Do you struggle with getting a full shoulder turn on your backswing, where you want to get that left arm straight, get that full 90-degree shoulder turn, look like a tour pro, but it's really killing you? I got the solution today. My name is Mike Hansen. I've been working with golfers for over 15 years, and the biggest mistake that I see golfers make is they try and get a full shoulder turn by just turning their shoulders, and what happens is something not good happens. So the body will take a path of least resistance. So if you can't turn your shoulders and you're trying to get back and then you're trying to get that left arm straight and that happens, you get a big reverse spine tilt. Or you're reaching over this way and you're going this way and you're trying to get a big shoulder turn, but you're just leaning back. See, the body will go through the path of least resistance, and if you can't turn those shoulders, something bad is going to happen in your golf swing. So I have 2 really good stretches for you today that's going to eliminate that problem and give you a much better shoulder turn. But the first thing we're going to do is figure out if you need them at all. So stay tuned for the test and the fix. All right, so let's first check how much thoracic mobility. The thoracic spine is in the upper back, and it goes about from just below the neck to about mid-back, and that's where we get all our motion from. So that's where you're going to get your majority of your shoulder turn from, and we're going to see how much motion you have in that thoracic spine. So all you need is a chair, and you're going to sit on the corner of the chair. You can put 2 golf clubs, or you can use alignment rods, and you're going to make a 90-degree angle here, and then that's going to give you 2 45 degrees. So we're going to sit right in the corner with our feet right in front. Keep your knees together. Take a club, put it behind your back, sit nice and tall, and try and turn your shoulders. Now when you turn your shoulders, you want to be able to see that club go past that marker on the bottom. So that means I can move more than 45 degrees to the left, and then we're going to see the same thing on the right. And I can see it's going past that. I'm moving more than 45 degrees. That's a good indication. If you can go more than 45 degrees without really struggling, then you probably have good thoracic turn. If you can't, that's one place you want to address, is that thoracic spine. All right, let's look at the next component that could really limit your shoulder turn, and that's lat mobility. The lat is the big muscle right here on the side of the back. And if you're a right-handed golfer, you're trying to get your left arm straight in the backswing, and you get here, you can make a good shoulder turn, but you can't get your arms high because of a limitation. That's going to limit your shoulder turn overall, because you're going to get as far as you can, and then something else has to happen. If you're trying to get your arm up but your shoulders won't turn and you can't get that extension, you're going to get something else. I don't know what it may be, but it's some other flaw, because your body is always going to go through the path of least resistance. So it could be what we call a reverse spine tilt, or it could be what I call a false sense of rotation, where you're leaning behind the ball and you think you're rotating, but you're really not. So let's test to see if your shoulders and lats are good enough for a full backswing. You're going to stand against the wall with your feet about 6 inches away. The important thing here is you want to keep your back, your lower back, and your upper back and head against the wall. We're going to take a club in your thumbs. You're going to make sure that your arms go straight out. They're not too wide this way, or they're not too narrow this way. They're just going straight out. You're going to hold that club. Lift your arms up as high as you can, keeping them as straight as you can, and try and touch your thumb to the wall, and keeping both arms as straight as you can. Now the most important thing is, you might feel on this, is that your back, your lower back wants to come off the wall to arch. If we don't want that to happen, keep that lower back flat. Try and go up as high as you can. If you have a problem getting to there, maybe you can only get to here, or you can get to here. But if you can't get to we call 180 degrees range of motion all the way up, then it could be limiting that left arm in your backswing for a right-handed golfer. And that right arm, when you finish through, if that's breaking down, it could be because that lat is tight. So let's fix those things. All right, let's work on that shoulder mobility, that thoracic spine mobility. And this one's also a really good one for that lat and those muscles inside the rib cage that will also limit your mobility. So what you're going to need is some type of thing to put between your knees. You can use a roll of toilet paper. I have a little squishy ball. You can use a tennis ball. You can probably even use a golf ball. But this is just going to make sure that your knees stay together throughout this movement. The other thing you're going to need is I recommend an iron, just because you don't want to bend it over your shoulders or break it. What you're going to do here is, this is by far my favorite routine, mobility routine, and it only takes about 5 minutes to do, and you can do it multiple times throughout your day and your round. So you're going to sit tall, you're going to rotate as far as you can go to your left, and you're going to get an idea. You're going to look and kind of see where you are, and then you're going to come back to center. So follow along with me, or try this when you get a chance. You're going to turn again as far as you can. You're going to take a deep breath in, let the breath out, and drop your shoulder down as far as you can. You're going to drop that left shoulder down as far as you can go, keeping those knees straight. Hold it for about 3 seconds. Come back to center. Go as far as you can go again. Take a deep breath. Drop the shoulder. Let it go. Hold it 2 to 3 seconds. Come back. Another deep breath. Turn as far as you can. Deep breath here. And then drop. Hold it 2 to 3 seconds. And then turn as far as you can. And I guarantee you'll pick up at least 10 degrees of range of motion. Now let's do it to the other side. Same thing. Sit tall, feet together, squeeze whatever's between your knees. You're going to turn as far as you can go. Get an idea of where you are. Come back to center. And we're going to turn here. Drop the shoulder. Hold 2 to 3 seconds. Deep breath. Let it out. Turn as far as you can. Drop that right shoulder down as far as you can go. Come back up. Deep breath. Let it out. Exhale. Turn. Drop the shoulder. Last time. Turn and see if you've picked up. Hopefully you can see I picked up at least 15 to 20 degrees of range of motion on that. And what's happening in there is when you take that deep breath, you're distracting those muscles that are in there that are tight, and then you're turning and you're actually stretching these in here, and you're just getting your shoulders and that thoracic spine to be able to move. Now, a couple problems I've seen with my clients over the years of doing these is a lot of people can't get their hands back here on a club. There's 2 different options that you can use. You can use a dowel rod where you can get your arms out like this, and it's a little more comfortable on your shoulders. Or you can simply just cross your arms over your chest, but make sure you stay tall the whole time, because if you slouch over here, it's not going to be as effective. So just make sure you stay tall, turn as far as you can, and then drop that back shoulder down as far as you can go there. That's one of my favorite exercises to increase that shoulder turn. And like I said before, you can do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, and I do recommend you do it right before your round, and then throughout your round as you go. And it's going to help you to get a little bit more shoulder turn in your golf swing. All right, so let's get some mobility in those lats and shoulders now. So this is one of my favorite ones that I use with all my clients. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down on your knees. You're going to try and get your butt as close to your heels as you can throughout this. So you're going to keep it down here. You're going to put your arms over your head, and you're going to just drop your heels down as far as you can go, pushing your arms out and then your chest towards the ground. We're going to drop your head down and breathe. So we're going to go 2 big breaths. Try and drop that chest. It's going to stretch all of this here. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to keep your left hand where it's at. You're going to take your right hand and put it on top of your left. And then you're just going to lean just ever so slightly into that right side. And you'll feel a big stretch right in here. You're going to hold it again. 2 deep breaths. Then we're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the right hand straight out, left hand over the top, drop your butt down to your heels, slight push to the left. And we're going to hold that for 2 seconds. 2 breaths. So that's a really good one. We call it the prayer stretch. And then the other one we're going to do is you're going to get same position you were just in. Left arm straight out, or right arm straight out, just like this. And then all you're going to do is take this left arm, reach through as far as you can go, and then drop your left shoulder towards the mat or the ground. Keeping the glutes down on the heels, and let that stretch. Hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. Same exact move. We're going to go as far under as we can. Drop that shoulder down. Let that stretch. And we're going to repeat that You can repeat that up to 5 times on each side, and it's a great stretch to really feel that lat and shoulder stretching and ultimately give you a better shoulder turn. There's 3 easy movements that you can do right in the comfort of your own home that's going to make a huge impact on your golf swing. The ability to turn your shoulders and get your arm up to a good extension from your body is crucial for a good golf swing. Trying to get there when you don't have the physical capabilities of doing so will ruin your game and your round. So try those things at home, do them as often as you want, and if you're looking for more full routines or more things that are going to help your golf game from a physical standpoint, check out our YouTube channel at Hansen Fitness for Golf, and I'll see you on the next video.